barefoot in the clover, chasing daylight with your grin. Sunset pain in your shoulders like it knew you were a win. You laughed and said, I stare too hard, but girl, I swear you glow like the first rain on a dusty road. You make the whole world grow. And every mile I've driven, every fence line I've repaired, feels like it led me to the moment you first said you cared. 'Cause I want your boots by my doorway, your name on my mailbox, your heartbeat on my chest when the whole damn world stops. I want your hands in my harvest, your voice in my prayers, your smile in our babies, your love in our years. Girl, I'm done with wandering. My compass points to you forever. If you'll have me, I'll build you a life on this front porch forever. You turn a quiet Sunday morning into fireworks in the sky. Make a simple cup of coffee taste like something heaven high. I've seen storms roll through these counties, but none shake me like your touch. You're the wildfire in my ribcage, and I never want too much. And I've never been a dreamer, but you changed that overnight. Now I'm sketching out a future where your ring fits just right. 'Cause I want your boots by my doorway, your name on my mailbox, your heartbeat on my chest when the whole damn world stops. I want your hands in my harvest, your voice in my prayers, your smile in our babies, your love in our years. I've traded open highways for the map I see in your eyes. If you'll be my forever, I'll build us a porch where our future rises with the sunrise. One day I'll carve our initials in that old oak by the stream. Tell our kids how their mama was the start of every dream. And when the porch light flickers at the end of every day, I'll still be thanking God you ever looked my way. I want your boots by my doorway, your laugh in my late nights, your shadow dancing with mine in the glow of firefly lights. I want your hands in my harvest, your voice in my prayers, your smile in our babies, your love in our years. Girl, I'm done with wandering. My compass points to you forever. If you'll say yes, I'll spend my life loving you better on this front porch forever. Warm light along the floorboards, thin vapor in the air, soft vines around the lampposts, the earth grew aware. You send another corny line, I smile before I see. You make a quiet Sunday feel like it's a feast meant for me. It's you I find in every bright horizon, like blooms unfolding after the storm. You take my burden, turn it into feather. You make my fretting fall into a shade. Spring's in the breeze, but all that I keep wishing for is you, is you, is you again. Maple buds start showing off, you smile, wave your hand and say they're trying way too hard. Then share your bread, you give your place up on the bus, ask strangers how they've been. You never call it anything, but you're my favorite thing. It's you I find in every bright horizon, like blooms unfolding after the storm. You take my burden, turn it into feather. You make my fretting fall into a shade. Spring's in the breeze, but all that I keep hoping is you, is you again. You sweep your hair back smiling, you're always saying nothing special, but wildflowers lean toward you, like my heart drifting down into your gravity. If this is how the seasons shift, then let them keep on moving. 'Cause every time the world feels new, it's really you renewing. I feel your eyes in every dawn that follows, like light returning after the gray. You take my shadows, turn them into color. You make my chaos fall into place. And if the days keep shifting, I'll meet them where they begin. 'Cause every time the world starts over, it's you I'm stepping into again. Spring's in the song of the wind, but all that I keep wanting is just you, just you, just you again. I used to drift through hours like a ghost in glass. Same pale horizon where the seasons never passed. And you walked into my life, a sudden flare of gold, and the air turned sweet where it once was cold. I can't frame it in language, but I know when it's real. You cracked a silent distance, and I began to feel love. You've changed me completely, woke the hush into a symphony. Every breath beside sounds like mercy learning wings. You tore down my walls as if they were cardboards, lit the dark and shifting keys. I never knew my heart could soar into the vast sky. You read the quiet rooms I used to lock away, spoke my hidden names and told them they were okay. You traced the trembling edges I once called wrong and turned them into verses in a greater song. I can't say why it happens, but I know what is true. The world writes fairer stories when it writes them with you. Love, you changed me completely, broke the hash into a symphony. Every breath beside you sounds like mercy learning wings. You softened all my defenses as though they were paper dawns. You lit the dusk in shifting tones. I never knew my heart could rise beyond the open sky. No fanfare, no bright fare, no wild celestial flame, just your steady breath whispering softly with my name. And I swear the peace that holds me now feels gentler in the morning dew. You stood beside me glowing, and your inner light became mine. I'm stronger in your bed, yet free within myself. You've given so much of yourself, and all of them, the whole of your universe, I have never truly deserved.
I talk too loud when I get nervous. I seldom laugh at your jokes. I keep all my scars on the surface. I won't pretend they're not there. I'm still learning how to love myself, how to call my chaos home. If you're just passing through, don't try to change me. I don't mind being a misspelled word on this world's flashing marquee. So hold me as I stand. Every sunspot, every ache, every tangled thread in me, I won't fold to fit your shape. I won't drain myself just to keep you feeling safe. If you're my final brave command, you'll meet every curve, every unkept place. I'm done slipping into masquerade. If you want me, take me as I stand. I overthink the words you're saying, I overfeel the slightest touch. I read the pauses like they're warnings. I brace for distance in your breath, but I want more than faint approval. I want eyes that see me as I am. If you call me yours, it means all of me. Every scar, every bruise, all the unsightly words etched into my heart. So take me as I am. Every hesitation, every doubt, every half-finished dream in me. I won't fold to fit your plans. I won't quiet down to keep you comfortable here. If you're my heart's last stand, you'll learn every bruise, every tangled thought. I'm done sanding down my edges. If you love me, take me as I am. I won't keep shrinking from my hopeful dreaming. I won't keep shrinking for my misgiving. I've spent too many years just drifting, my own path, my own breath, as though it's a narrow room that needs expanding. So I can welcome you. If you're gonna stay, then stay for all of it. If you're gonna leave, I'll still be standing, not folding, not fading. I'll somehow learn to stay strong and firm. So take me as I am. Every stubborn streak, every flaw, every restless ache in me. I won't twist to match your mold. I won't lose myself to make you feel secure. If you're my heart's last stand, you'll learn every crack, every wandering mood. I'm done hiding all my shadows. If you love me, if you truly, deeply love me, take me as I am. Yes, take me all that I am.
You see the side of me I never let folks near. You catch my tangled thoughts, and still you keep me here. When I come home worn down, you never make me choose. You let me breathe again and love the way I move. You never list my thoughts like marks upon a page. You take my scattered lines and write a song that breathes. You hold me as I am through the calm and the mess. You hold me as I am, and that's the truest test. Girl, you stay with me in every word I say. You hold me as I am, and I'd love you that same way. When my thoughts run wild, you never shut me out. You sit inside the storm until it all dies down. When I speak too loud or barely speak at all, you read me soft and clear. You never make me small. I've had a lot of doubts and slow, unsteady turns, but you're the rare, sure truth I keep returning for. You hold me as I am through the calm and the mess. You hold me as I am, and that's the truest test. Girl, you stay assume I'm walking off. If I get stubborn, you don't turn it into a loss. You know my rising hours and the ones that bend low. You love the whole rough picture, not just the parts that glow. You hold me where I stand, through the quiet and the quake. You hold me where I stand, and that's love truly felt. Girl, you stay right here in every word I make. You hold me where I stand, and I'd love you just that way. In every word I say, you stay. You always stay. You hold me as I am, and I love you that same way. Through every rise and fall, you never turn away. You hold me as I am, and I love you that same way. You hold my words like quiet wisdom in your hands. When I unravel all the hours of my day, you hear the echoes hidden underneath, and answer soft where nothing cuts or frays. You're a learn-it-all, not a know-it-all. You take in every shade and sign. You judge the moment as it is, fairly wisely. And through it all, you always choose what's kind. You meet me where my heart is. Every time I lose my way, you hold the truth with tenderness and help my courage stay. You love me with the patience that my storms can't wash away. And in the calm you offer, I find strength to choose today. You never rush to fix my storms. You sit with me until they pass. You hold a space without a script, letting honesty come last. You notice when my laughter fades before I even feel it slip. You steady me with quiet truth and never tighten your own grip. You meet me where my heart is. Every time I lose my way, you hold the truth with tenderness and help my courage stay. You love me with a patience that my storms can't wash away. And in the calm you offer, I find
You hold me with such purpose, with a patience strong and true. And when your touch calms the fire in my skin, I fall head over heels for you again. You find me where my heart rests. Every time I drift astray, you carry truth with gentleness and shore up the courage in my veins. So here's my quiet thank you for the grace you bring each day. I'm better for your presence. I feel more whole within your arms, and I'm grateful you're in my life. Steady, tender, loving in all you are.
I was a drifting shoreline, tides with no harbor to claim, hopes buried in my jacket, too unsure to speak their names. Then your hand brushed past my silence, as if you recognized the man I'd rise to be. And every fear I carried loosened hold the moment you chose me, because you cherish and believe in me. I'm wiser than the man I dreamed I'd be. You summon the light when the warmth ends. You settle my thoughts in the quiet we live in, my love. Every heartbeat finds its melody, because you cherish and believe in me. You never asked for hollow laughter, only a soul that walked beside your stride. You gathered all my scattered pieces, lifted them like emeralds gleaming with pride. And when the noise around me drowns the promise that I keep, you send courage through my chest and steer me back to who I am beneath, because you cherish and believe in me. I'm braver than the ghosts I used to flee. You quiet every tremor when I'm shaking too wildly. You turn my doubt into a flame that burns brightly. My love, every vision stands taller finally, because you cherish and believe in me. And now I'm racing toward the daylight, no more shrinking from the climb. Your love reshaped my rhythm, made it beat with fuller life. With your fingers laced in mine, I'm everything, yes, everything I always swore I'd grow to be. It's your faith that carries me, your voice that turns my shadows into ease. You breathe boldness into places I can't reach. You lower the stars so I can meet them eye to eye. So stay right here beside me, where your hope and my heart meet. I'll spend my life becoming the person you always saw in me. I'll keep climbing endlessly, because you cherish and believe in me. I used to move through days beneath a muted sky, dragging old familiar shadows just to get me by. Then your arms around me softened something deep inside, and suddenly the world turned vivid, arrayed in colors luminous and wide. I can't trace how it started, but I know what I feel. Some hidden part of me finally turned real. My love, your grace transforms me, still mending every fractured part. You taught me how to stand here in the brightness of my own heart. You cleared the haze that held me down. The shadows slowly lost their gloom, and every moment near you now feels like I'm being born anew. You touch the quiet corners where my restless doubts would breed, barren places I believed were better left to the bed. You didn't flag down the shadows that have marred my vision. You pulled me closer, and that became my salvation. I can't map how it happened, but I know what is true. I'm steadier, more certain when I'm standing next to you. My love, you transformed me, taught me I could stand in my own light. You cleared the haze I carried for so long, made the dark inside me lose its bite. Every moment with you feels like I'm stepping out of who I used to be. You opened up a gentler truth that I can love with a fervor like yours. No roaring skies, no blazing signs, no sudden storm to shake the ground. Just your quiet, steady presence, turning all my noise to a plaintive song. And I swear I've never known a beat so full, so warm, so true and deep. You anchor all my bitterness so I can soar with the seagulls flare. You never tried to mold me or press my spirit into something new. You simply lived with kindness, and the broken parts began to knit back through. I'm stronger in your presence, but the tide is in my core. You gave me room to open, and I don't need anything more. My love, you've transformed me, and now I breathe with hope I never felt before. I used to walk through every moment like a man stumbling half awake, chasing noise, mistaking motion for the choices I should make. Then you came in like a quiet truth, clear as sunlight, insistent, unafraid. And suddenly the world made sense in places I'd never even seen yet. You hold up a mirror that doesn't judge me, just shows who I could be if I'm brave enough to see. And I'm wiser when you're near, like the fog lifts off the coastline, and the path becomes clear. You teach my stubborn heart to listen, not just hear. Every day I'm learning how to love without fear. Yeah, I'm better, so much better when you're here. You hear the shift inside my voice before the truth can take its form. You turn my storms into a soft rain that sustains my inner strength. You make empathy feel easy, like it's something I was born with. And I swear I feel more human every time you hold my hand. You open up the spaces in this world I used to overlook, and teach me that strength is more than steel, it's the softness that it took. And I'm wiser when you're near, like the fog lifts off the coastline, and the path becomes clear. You teach my stubborn heart to listen, not just hear. Every day I'm learning how to love without fear. Yeah, I'm better, so much better when you're here. If I ever lose my way, you won't let me stumble blind. You'll move beside me, bringing me home to where your gaze meets mine. If I question who I am, your touch will hush the noise inside. And in a breath, my doubts subside. You never force, you never bend, no breaking needed just to help me mend. You widen the world inside my mind, and in your grace my truest self unwinds. Now I stand brave and somehow a little taller when your song floats in my would feel nothing less than home. So stay close, stay real, stay you, and I'll keep growing toward the light you always knew. Keep standing there, your smile loving, your eyes always welcoming. Just wait for me a minute longer. Gone is the restless stranger. I'm wiser, I'm kinder, all because you're here. I used to move through days like they were a fading light, footsteps on a curvy road that never found the well-trodden path. And something in me stirred the moment you hugged me tight. Suddenly the world grew sharp and vivid, and I still can't explain it, but I know what is real. A hidden door swung open, and my heart learned I'm capable of loving. My love, you changed me into someone I can somehow live with. Turn my murky shades into clarity. Every moment with you feels like I'm slaying the mangled self I loathe. You changed how I feel about myself, made my weary heart finally see I could have your grace, your purity. I could learn how to be self-giving and free. You touched the quiet places where my doubts had thrived, corners I believed were better left in the dark. You didn't chase the shadows I was scared for you to know, yet somehow they became the terrain where I could grow. And I still can't explain it, but I know what is true. I finally feel grounded, wiser beyond my years. My love, you've transformed me into someone I can trust inside. Turn my dim forebodings into clarity. Every moment with you feels like I'm breaking from the shadows I held for ages. You changed the mirror I face every day, made my weary heart finally see I can wear your grace like a creed. I can learn to love free and brave. No tempest roar, no heavens flare, no storms rushing in to turn the whole world around. Just a gentle truth unfolding, teaching me what love can be. And I swear I've never known a peace so full and profound. You anchor all my trembling, you're the stillness I have found. You never tried to shape me or press my spirit into something new. You simply stood in kindness, and the man I'd hoped to be slowly stepped into view. For stronger than your presence, but the turnings in my core, you gave me room to rise, and now I'm needing nothing I used to walk through days like they were nothing new. Gray skies hanging low, same old point of view. Then you smiled at me and something shifted in the air. Suddenly the world felt lighter everywhere. And I still can't explain it, but I know what I feel. You opened up a window and the breeze turned real. Girl, you changed the weather in me, turned the quiet into melody. Every moment with you feels like I'm learning how to breathe. You changed the weather in me, made the shadows fall differently. I didn't know my heart could wake up this easily. You see the parts of me I used to hide away, call them by their names and tell me they can stay. You trace the edges of the things I'm scared to show, and somehow make them places I'm proud to grow. And I still can't explain it, but I know it is true. The world feels more honest when I'm standing with you. Girl, you changed the weather in me, turned the quiet into melody. Every moment with you feels like I'm learning how to breathe. You changed the weather in me, made the shadows fall differently. I didn't know my heart could wake up this easily. No bugles, no fanfare, no fireworks in the sky. Just your steady light in the dark. And I swear I've never felt this kind of peace. You lift me up without a sound, my feet stay warm on solid ground. You're the calm beyond the raging storm. You didn't try to fix me, didn't need a grand design, just showed up as you are, and all at once I came alive. I'm stronger when you're near me, but you never take control. You just hold the space that lets me find my own. Yes, girl, you changed the weather in me, and I can breathe. What a change, what a gift. I speak too fast when I'm unsettled. I rarely smile at your lines. I wear every mark where you can see it. I won't pretend I'm unscarred. If you're just passing by, don't try to shape me. I don't mind being a crooked letter on this world's bright blinking sign. So steady me right here, every bright spot, every strain, every knotted piece of me. I won't shrink to fit your frame. I won't empty out just to keep your fears at bay. If you're my last boat stand, you'll meet every bend, every unkept space. I'm done slipping into customs. If you want me, take me as I stand. I replay the things you whisper. I feel too much when you brush my hand. I treat each silence like a warning. I brace for distance in your tone, but I want more than soft approval. I want someone who sees me clear. If you call me yours, it means all of me. So take all of me, every tremor, every fear, every half-drawn vision in me. I won't bend to fit your map. I won't dim my voice to keep you settled here. If you're my heart's last stand, you'll learn every bruise, every tangled thought. I'm done sanding down my edges. If you love me, take all of me. If you're gonna stay, and stay for every part. If you're gonna go, I'll still be upright, not folding, not fading. I'll find a way to stay rooted and strong. So take all of me, every stubborn line, every fault, every restless pull in me. I won't twist to match your mold. I won't lose myself to make you feel secure. If you're my heart's last stand, you'll learn every crack, every drifting mood. I'm done hiding all my shadows. If you love me, if your love runs deep and true, then take me wholly, every part of me, all that I am and all I'm still becoming.